So tell us a bit more about the Spam Act, because it's really interesting that you hear stories about people growing their databases by buying databases and things like that.
Recently, I think I've had quite a few providers say to me, I can sell you agent databases, I can sell you this, I can sell you that. And one of the things that has changed recently, and I don't think it's well known out there, is if that data harvesting or data scraping software has been used to create the list, you cannot now use that under the spam laws to direct market to people. I know a lot of people do use that scraping software, or they do buy lists, especially to send out EDMs. You can't do that anymore.
What are some of the big things that you think agents need to be aware of with regard to using social media?
So many things. I mean, we do have to remember that each platform has different rules. I think we do forget that these platforms come with their own rules. You know, we don't own our accounts. We don't own our social media platforms. Yes, you have a big following, but let's get our followers and our audience off socials into other channels that we can control, like text and email, because we have so much less risk of, losing our database and losing our reach.
What sort of legal mistakes have you seen people making over the last couple of years that, particularly with Ono Legal and stuff like that? Like, what sort of problems are people coming to you with?
A lot in the fake review space or on incentivizing or reviews. What we're seeing, and this is, I think, just our natural tendency as human beings, is we want to incentivize people that we think will leave good reviews, favourable reviews. But what the consumer law says is you need to incentivize everyone equally. If you're going to offer incentives for reviews, it has to be across the board, because if you're only incentivizing people to leave good ones because you've done a good service, then that's technically in that misleading and deceptive conduct land, because you're not painting an accurate picture.
Is there a general rule of thumb that comes legally as to what you should post and what you shouldn't post on social media?
One thing that I do like to talk about in this space, especially so you don't get in trouble, is if you're using outsourced content creators, who owns the content that's being created? Like, for example, I outsource a bit of my social media, and my outsource manager creates the content. And so copyright laws say that the person that creates it is the person that owns it. And so you need to make sure that you do have a contract with them or something that says, even though they created it, it will be assigned to you.
How are businesses responsible for comments posted on their social media channels?
Defamation is a real problem in this space. And the court held that people's profiles and your pages, you are technically a publisher under law, and publishers are required to moderate the content that is on their page, including comments. What we need to do is make sure we've got the resources to properly moderate those comments, because if we don't remove them, we can be liable for defamation.